A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome you all to the special talk celebrating the grand opening of Biocodex Việt Nam. And today we will explore the journey of Biocodex, the company's strategy in Vietnam, and also the values that Biocodex brings to the market. My name is Daisy. It is my great honor to be the host of the talk show today. So first of all, let me introduce you about our guests and leaders. First of all, please welcome Mr. Nicolas Coudurier, CEO of Biocodex Group.
Xin chào.
Secondly, please welcome Mr. Lahon Duce, the Chief Business Officer Operations of Biocodex Group.
Xin chào.
And next, please welcome Ms. Catherine Parade, the Chief People Officer of Biocodex Group.
Xin chào.
And last but not least, please welcome Mr. David Fontana, the General Manager of Biocodex Việt Nam.
Xin chào.
Thank you so much for spending time to the talk show today. So first of all, I would like to ask Mr. Our CEO. So we have a grand opening in the morning to celebrate Biocodex officially established in Vietnam. So how do you feel about that?
Thank you for this great question. First of all, I feel happy and proud. Happy and proud for the hard work that has been done and the wonderful moment and energy we lived together this morning. But as well, I feel humble and ambitious. Humble about what remains to be done towards the Vietnamese population, the Vietnamese patients, and ambitious about the great road we have ahead of us.
Wow, thank you so much. And you think that is the significant milestone in the company's global expansion journey?
Indeed, it is a significant milestone because it all started here, the story about Biocodex. Our Saccharomyces boulardii, Bioflora, was discovered a century ago, 1923, here in Vietnam. And second of all, it's an important milestone for the group because it's our first affiliate in Asia-Pacific region, an important region for the group.
Mm-hmm. We are looking forward to see the breakthrough of Biocodex in 2025 in Vietnam. All right, so coming up next, our audience curious about the positioning and the key pillars and also the key milestones. So first of all, can you introduce Biocodex to our audience?
Sure. So Biocodex is a French family-owned pharmaceutical company. Revenues of 634 million euros, 3 pillars, microbiota, women health and orphan disease. 70% of our business international, 30% in France, and 1,800 biocodexians around the world in 17 subsidiaries, the last one being Vietnam.
Wow, fascinating. And do you choose what is the key pillars of Biocodex?
The key pillars of Biocodex are women health, now microbiota, where it all started with Saccharomyces boulardii and Bioflora. For women health, it's Saporel, and orphan disease. But as well, in Vietnam, we have other products, other drugs that are marketed.
Wow, that's make us better understand about the key milestone and also Biocodex positioning. And we are coming up next. So this question's for Mr. Lawrence and David. So Mr. Lawrence, how do you feel about the Biocodex position itself in Vietnam market?
Thanks for the question, Daisy. In fact, we already have good positions in Vietnam because we've been there, like Nicolas has explained, more than 20 years in Vietnam, both in microbiota, but equally in women health. Today we are opening. What does this mean? It means that we are going to continue our expansion, but we believed at some point that operating by ourselves with our own resources, our own colleagues, we would do fast expansion, fast growth, not only in the current portfolio, like Nicolas has explained, but because we are already working into some line extensions, so being sure to make available new products in the country.
So in Vietnam, you have many challenging that many pharmaceutical brands in Vietnam. And I have these questions for Mr. David. What sets Biocodex apart from existing pharmaceutical brands in Vietnam?
Well, I would say that you need to consider Biocodex as a whole. And when we say that, it's what's going beyond our day-to-day activity as a pharmaceutical company. And for example, The fact that we at Biocodex have the Biocodex Foundation and Biocodex Institute, first of all, is a very important, let's say, asset for us in order to sustain the scientific community here in Vietnam for the research, for some projects, etc. And we are extremely proud, since we came here for officially as an affiliate for a very short period of time, to have already granted the National Children's Hospital of Hanoi and Dr. Ha for one of our projects that we have, where we delivered the Henri Boulard famous grant from Biocodex, that I had the honor and the pleasure to give it to her in January during our convention. So this is the way to let's say, to make a difference. And you know, the second thing I would say is that making sure that we are bringing here in Vietnam the highest quality standard products manufactured in France in our plant in Beauvais is also something very important and unique for us, which helps to make a difference in our day-to-day activity.
And coming up next, we will come back to our CEO, Mr. Nicolas. So, Mr. Nicolas, Biocodex has a strong scientific heritage. So, what are the core values that Biocodex is proud of?
Well, regarding the scientific heritage indeed, and the fact that for us science is of utmost importance, I would quote, "We dare to innovate," which is a strong value at Biocodex, leaving to the teams the possibility to innovate, to come with suggestions of progress. And science has been always and will remain always at the forefront of everything we do towards our own research and development and what we do as well in the markets.
And what makes you confident that Biocodex can create a significant impact of Vietnam?
I will answer the teams. I've been impressed about the work and the commitment and the passion of the Biocodex Vietnam team, and as well the support that will be given to this subsidiary to make it a success.
And coming up next, we will define the corporate culture and employee experience. And I think this question is really suitable for Ms. Catherine. So what core values that Biocodex is going to inspire in its new working environment?
Thanks for this great question, because people at Biocodex are really at the core of everything. So Nicolas said something about one of our values, which is dare to innovate, but we have in fact 4 values which are of equal importance to each and every Biocodexian within the company. So we are currently having 1,800 people, and 69 of them are working at the Vietnamese affiliate. We are very proud of them, and what is of high importance is that they can also role model and understand the 3 other values, which are we play collectively, we shape fair relations, and we care for our ecosystem. So this is really important that they can understand the way we role model it on the day-to-day.
Thank you so much for your sharing. Yeah, and last but not least, I will talk to Mr. David. I have 2 questions for you, Mr. David. Firstly, how does Biocodex intend to leverage its expertise among all the key pillars to contribute to Vietnam's healthcare system and improve patients' well-being?
Well, you know, we are very pragmatic at the Biocodex, and what we did here in Vietnam is to build an organization that would meet our patient needs, and also make sure that we are able to address the different customers that we have here in the market: hospitals, pharmacies, so independent and chains, but also, you know, DTC, when we say DTC, it's about digital as well. And in fact here, I think that we did everything to be equipped, and I'm glad to see that our organization is already starting to deliver on that agenda.
And the other side, Mr. David, how does the company intend to meet the specific needs of this market?
Well, so first of all, we have a complete portfolio, as Nicolas and Laurent were sharing, a drug portfolio on the microbiota, cosmetics with Saforel brand, which is addressing intimate care needs for women. And in fact here what we aim to do is to expand our current portfolio. So we have other products from Biocodex that we are going to onboard in Vietnam to expand our portfolio and meet more again the customer needs and patient needs here in Vietnam. And then also, we have the ambition to integrate portfolios from other companies to serve the Vietnamese market. So as you can see, our ambitions are quite important and aggressive, but we are extremely confident to bring them as a reality.
Wow, thank you so much for your sharing. And another question for you again. We are looking forward to the vision of Biocodex from 5 to 10 years later. So in the long run, what does Biocodex aim to achieve in Vietnam over 5 to 10 years?
So I'm looking at my managers here, and I think that we are fully aligned. So the ambition and the trajectory of the affiliate in Vietnam is very simple. We aim to triple our sales in the next 5 years.
Before we closing the talk show today, we wanted to hearing the key message that our leaders send to the consumer and partners in Vietnam. So what would it be? I wanted to hear from Mr. David first.
You can count on us, and we stand by you.
All right. How about Mr. Laurent?
It took time. We built an organization. We are there to remain, so we are going to build a sustainable organization.
We are an employer of choice, so just join us.
Act as a Vietnamese in Vietnam.
And that's all the key message that our leaders want to give to our partners and consumers in Vietnam. Once again, thank you so much that you're spending your time to come to the talk show, and we are looking forward that Biocodex will success in the future.
Come on.
And last but not least, don't forget to say goodbye with the audience. Bye.